You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
This is episode 173 of Wisdom by Wessa on the Horse Radio Network.
This is Jennifer Hebert.
I'm Morgan Nicole.
And this is Sophia Agela. Welcome to Wisdom by Wessa on the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
As we probably have mentioned previously on the podcast, the Benefit Golf Tournament is going to be taking place at Top Golf again. And what is the deadline to join? Because we're approaching the show in what seems like a big hurry.
Yeah, so the sponsorship deadline is coming up on June 19th, and players can sign up until August 7th. So make sure to mark those in your calendar.
Do they sign up where?
They can sign up on westsidetrader.com. If you just hover over the events tab and then scroll down, you will find both options on there. Otherwise, you can also email us, call us, reach out to us on social media, any way that you would like to contact us.
Today's guest is Judd, Vice President of Sales at Twisted X, a brand that is redefining Western and casual footwear through comfort, innovation, sustainability, and most importantly, a retailer-first mindset. Judd, I am so excited to have you on the podcast today.
Great. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you for having me and having Twisted X.
Of course, as many listeners know, or if anyone follows me on Instagram, they know that Twisted X is by far one of my favorites. I cannot wait to get into the storyline of Twisted X, the innovation and technology, all of the things. But Judd, why don't you kind of let our listeners know who is Twisted X?
Yeah. Twisted X is a Western brand that was started in 2005 and is really started as a comfort brand. We're based out of Decatur, Texas, and we make footwear. We started with Western boots, and now we with the addition of Western boots, we do lifestyle product, we do work, and we do outdoor. So we have 4 different categories that are all very strong for us.
Yes. Now, I know that with Twisted X, what really makes the brand stand out from other brands is the innovation and the sustainability. How about we kind of talk about the comfort technologies and the materials? Walk us through that.
Yeah, well, our number, you're right. Innovation is what really drives this company. We try to come out, we do come out with something new, innovative, technology-wise every 6 months, and we've committed to that in the marketplace. Our owner, Prasad Reddy, he's a product guy, so he's always innovating. Every season that we come out with product, which we come out with 4 seasons, which typically you see in footwear, it's every 2 seasons. But we're so innovative that we come out with probably 200 new styles to the marketplace every year. And you're right, the comfort systems that you mentioned, we have quite a few. The number one comfort system that we have is our Cell Stretch.
Yes.
So we got the patent on Cell Stretch, and it's a huge part of our business. And we have Cell Stretch in every one of our categories that we bring to the marketplace.
Yeah. Now, I remember just a few weeks ago, I was like, man, how do y'all come up with these ideas? And they said the same thing. They're like, Prasad, he is an innovator and, like you said, a product guy for sure. How about we kind of tell those listeners about Cell Stretch particularly so they can kind of see and almost sense how much detail goes into the technologies?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. With Cell Stretch, it's 100 points of EVA comfort that's hitting your foot between the heel and the forefoot. So it massages your foot, has a great memory system, so it doesn't flatten down. It continues with the massaging when you wear the product, and we put the cell stretch into our footbeds as well. So if someone doesn't buy a style that has cell stretch in it in the midsole, they can buy a footbed that has our cell stretch technology as well.
Yes, that cell stretch, it is truly game changing. I know in my closet, I think I have probably 32 pairs of Twisted X footwear. Um, I'm a big
Fantastic.
Yes, I'm a big Twisted X junkie and specifically on the Feather X. And like you mentioned, from boots to casual to workwear, I mean, you name it, Twisted X has it. Um, Something that again just makes Twisted X so much more ahead of the game than others is that y'all actually do not sell direct to consumer. Why don't you tell us a little bit of the purpose of being wholesale only and what the intention was there?
Yeah, that's a great question, Morgan. Our partnership with our retailers is so important to us, and we really don't want to compete with them. We just want to partner with them. So, having a website, you get pricing issues. We've all done it, like in the past with other, maybe with other brands or something like that, and all of our competitors do it. But we just want to partner with our retailers out there and make sure that they can be as successful as possible.
Yes. And, I love that because at the heart of Twisted X, it is all about intention and meaning and purpose. I mean, not only from coming out with new pieces every 6 months, committing to innovation, and also committing to uh, sustainability, but you're also committing to keeping true to the heart. I think at the heart of Twisted X, like you had already mentioned, from the product to committing to innovation, sustainability, which we'll get into, the heart is just intentional, it's purpose driven. There's an end goal. And I love that that same heart not only transitions from the actual footwear, but also to how you guys interact with your partners. And I know personally, not only just in Texas, but all over the United States when I'm traveling, seeing y'all's retailers, you walk into a store and you can feel that partnership. So hats off to Twisted X for that, for sure. I'd love to jump into the sustainability. Um, I know that Twisted X was really focused on sustainability long before many other Western brands were. Did retailers immediately understand that sustainability vision?
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation to have with retailers because they don't they always think that when we're making the product and we do a sustainability story within the product that it's driving the price up of the product. And when
Mm,
we do it, it doesn't affect the price. It's something that we take the margin hit on it because really, talking about Prasad Reddy, again, he's always talking about doing the right thing in everything we do. And so when you talk about sustainability and taking care of our planet, it feels like we all have a responsibility with that. And so we incorporate these recycled stories and materials into our product, and we may not make as much money on that product, but we know it's going to be more sustainable and it's going to be better for the planet in the long haul. So this is the message that we're always giving to our retailers out there, that that they can partner along with us and do the right thing, and there won't be any additional costs around it.
Now, I know that there's so much sustainability efforts going on that sometimes customers may never even notice. But what sustainability effort is Twisted X most proud of?
I have to say our Eco Twix, which is it's our canvas that is made with plastic water bottles. It's actually an upper that's spun with plastic water bottles. So on average, it's like 13 plastic water bottles per pair. And so over the years since 2017, we've recycled 7.5 million plastic water bottles that were taken out of the Pacific Ocean. And then also with that, we donated to onetreeplanted.org, where we planted 750,000 trees on the West Coast to areas that suffered under wild forest fires. And with all of that, I mean, we do a lot with sustainability, and our office. I mean, we live it here in Decatur at our office, where since 2020 we became carbon neutral, and they call that for scope 1, but officially our offices are all carbon neutral since 2020. So there's a lot to be proud of there with sustainability.
There sure is. That is incredible. Now, kind of speaking on that note, I may have heard a little birdie told me that I think Twisted X has some pretty big groundbreaking news coming. Are we able to get a little teaser of that today?
We are. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah, so we're super excited to tell the market out there at WISA that we are making product in the US. There's been so much happening with the tariffs and just the inconsistency of tariffs, around the world, that we took this opportunity to work with some factories here in the U.S. And actually, it's coming to fruition where we're going to take delivery on the first assortment of styles that are really based in their work product, but some pull-ons as well, here in June. So we'll be delivering to the retailers, say in mid to late June, coming up here next month. So yeah, we've been just pumped about this opportunity and to bring this to the marketplace.
Yes. Wow, how exciting that. I mean, this is also a really quick announcement. And man, it's coming up very fast. With that, tell us, is that going to change the pricing for the wholesalers? I mean, are
Yeah,
things
good
stay
point.
about the same? I know that will be a burning question.
Yeah, we it's actually very competitively priced. A lot of our competitors, some of our competitors that have product made here in the U.S., they're going to be we're going to be about probably 10 to 15% lower than our competition out there. So they're very competitive pricing. Like the pricing range for these work boots that mainly have safety toe. Some of them have a soft toe, but they're like in the 199 to 259 price range at retail.
That's great. Yes, I love that. Wow, that
Yeah.
is going to be huge, not only for the entire brand as a whole, but also for those retailers who, now I'm assuming things might even be able to move a little quicker than normal with everything being in the United States too. So this is going to be huge. I'd love to talk about some more of the styles. So, of course, I'm looking on the website here. Of course, we see men's, women's. Y'all also have kids as well, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we have a really strong kids business. Our infant business is incredible, and then we do children's and youth as well, in lifestyle, Western. Yeah, it's a good part of our business.
Yes. Now, is the same technology that's in all of the adult footwear, is that all the same in the kids and infant as well?
Yeah, I mean, we do a strong comfort system. I mean, we want to make sure that all of those styles are very comfortable and they don't, rub in the wrong place and, cause any issues. So comfort is as important to us for kids as it is for adults.
Yes, I love that, and I think I've even seen some photos in the past of, matching mommy and me, footwear, and it's definitely a brand that is great for the whole family.
Yeah.
And honestly, no matter what kind of lifestyle you live, whether it's the Western or the outdoor or blue collar, I know that for me personally, my husband and I are big outdoors people. So we might be in driving mocks or the snake boots, you name it. And of course, the FeatherX casual shoe, and we can kind of describe it for our listeners. That is a great everyday, lightweight, and comfortable piece of footwear. Do you want to maybe kind of describe FeatherX, Judd?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, FeatherX is it's a group of styles that we've done that are a little bit more on the athletic side. I mean, you can, go for long walks in them but they're just super light. I mean, that's the biggest thing is we took some weight out of the midsole.
Yep.
So they are feather light. I mean, they're lighter than anything else out in the marketplace. And it has a great footbed where it has a substantial arch support. They're well priced. They're affordable for the consumer out there. And we do our typical designing where we'll do solid colors, we'll do prints, very unique styling. But for people that have tried on FeatherX, I mean, people from our office to our friends and everybody that's tried them on, they're probably the most comfortable pair of shoes that they've had so far in their lives. So like you end up wearing them almost on a daily basis. So it's it's interesting for us as salespeople to be showing this product because when you show that product and then you show something else, I mean there's a substantial difference in weight. So it's something that you don't want to take off your feet once you put it on.
Oh, well, I can definitely attest to that. All over my Instagram and my TikTok platform. That's exactly what I tell people all the time. I'm like, this FeatherX casual shoe is literally one I cannot get enough of. I want to kind of throw out some descriptions again for our listeners of some of my favorites. So there's a hair on hide. Right now, they have some tooled leather looking ones that might be red or brown. You have some great just heather gray. And like Judd was saying, some have the Aztec pattern, some are just solid. One even has like a cheetah print on the sole, but these are great shoes again to travel with. Like Judd was saying, that is shocking how lightweight they really are. I mean, I have videos of me holding like 12 pairs to show how many at once,
Yeah.
like the weight is insane. There's no weight. I describe it, of course, light as a feather, but it's like you're walking on a cloud. I mean, you
You really
cannot
are.
beat
You're
it.
right, Morgan. Yeah, I think our most popular one is the style with the print on the midsole. That's the Hui print. It's an Aztec print on there that you might even have a pair of those.
I do.
That's so far that's the most popular and on the women's side, that's been the most popular part of it is our women's FeatherX. I mean, the men's is doing great, but it's really resonated with women out there.
Absolutely. And of course, I would love to pop back over to the men's section just again to describe how comfortable these shoes are. I know for my husband, Clay, I mean, he hates putting on a pair of cowboy boots just because they're big and clunky and uncomfortable. But when he stepped into Twist-X for the first time, I mean, his jaw dropped. That is the level of comfort. And I can assure you, any Twisted X that you put on, those are some of your first words. Wow, this is so comfortable.
I know it. I know it. Well, and I think that's, one of the main, the attributes of our brand is comfort. And the whole thought process really is to have that athletic feel and not have a break-in period. Like so many, like, say, Western boots from the past and current, you're gonna have to break those in for like a month or two. But with
Yep.
Twisted X, you don't have to. And Tech X is our cell stretch technology for Western boots, and that's our number one technology in Western boots for us that sells the best. And you just put them on, and they feel great. They have that wow factor.
Yes, so true. And I want to note too, like Judd was saying, these are that comfortable where you can grab and go. I'm thinking of even like Christmas gifts. I mean, whatever gift, whoever
Yeah.
receives a pair of Twisted X are going to love them. And I know you guys partner also with some professional athletes, um, like Shad Mayfield, Tie Down Roper. Kind of talk about, how that comfort goes into some of those high speed lifestyles.
Yeah, yeah. Both Shad and Shelby Beaujolais, they both they come here and they work with us on some product that they want to do their events in, and but they talk about the technology and how it helps them, be more comfortable, be faster at what they do. But yeah, the athletes are, they're a substantial part of giving us input and moving our product forward.
Yes, I love it. Well, Judd, tell our listeners, how can they look into being a Twisted X retailer?
They can contact us on our website at twistedx.com and send us a message that they can, become a possible account for us. They can come to WISA in August or January and come to our showroom on the 14th floor and see the product themselves, and we would welcome them with open arms. We'd love to get started with them.
Amazing. Well, it was an honor hearing even more about Twisted X. And like you said, WESA is coming up really fast. And also be sure to check out their social media handles and website if you are a consumer listening. I believe they even have a footwear finder on their website too, so you can see what retailers carry them near you.
You will find the links to today's show on the show notes page. You can go to Wisdom by Wesa to find that, or you can go to Horse Radio Network and find that. And you can make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Shame on you. Wisdom by Wesa is available on all of the major podcast players and even some of the minor ones, places like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And that way you will never miss the conversations that are shaping the equestrian universe.
And don't forget, you can hang out with us every single week. Yes, you heard that right. New Wisdom by Wesa and Retail Roundup episodes drop every Thursday, available on the Wisdom by Wesa podcast feed.